Hi, and welcome back to Reflections and Real Talk. This is the space where we keep things honest, simple, and real, especially for those of us over 50 navigating life's next chapter. Today, we're going to be talking about a quiet but very real struggle, the emotional leap from a lifetime of saving and working into retirement. On paper, the numbers might say you're ready to retire, but inside, something's still holding you back. This episode is for anyone who finds themselves stuck between being financially ready and mentally not quite there. We're going to talk about making the leap into retirement and why letting go of accumulation can feel so scary, how to find confidence, clarity, and even purpose on the other side. That's why I'm calling this episode Ready But Not Ready, the psychological struggle of retirement. Let's start by honoring something important. If you've spent decades working, saving, budgeting, and putting off wants for needs, that took real discipline. You didn't just save money, you built a mindset of protecting your future. And for many of us, especially those raised during uncertain times, recessions, layoffs, even the housing crash, saving wasn't just smart, it was necessary for survival. And especially for single parents, this meant survival. Over time, we stopped just doing it, we started being it. The responsible one, the one who doesn't waste, the one who always has a backup plan. Maybe you had a number in mind and you hit that number, or a financial planner runs a scenario for you and says, you can do it, go for it. You can retire now, put in your notice. Or a friend says, what are you waiting for? You've done well, you're ready to retire, go ahead, start spending that money. And your brain says, wait, what? That internal resistance, that fear, it's not irrational. It's rooted in everything you've learned, practiced, and believed for decades. But why does decumulation feel so uncomfortable? Let's try to understand what really makes this shift so hard. At the most basic level, of course, is the fear of running out of money. This one is huge. Even when your numbers are solid, it's hard to trust them, especially when everything around you is getting more expensive. Let's be honest, homeowners insurance is up, utilities are up, groceries are up, healthcare through the roof, and it's only getting higher. And the economy unpredictable at best. Even if you planned well, it's natural to worry that something could throw it off. And if you're retiring before 65 when you qualify for Medicare, medical expenses are a big wild card that could cost a lot of your tightly designed budget with one big illness or even routine visits and prescription costs. But you can find a health plan and estimate your costs and budget accordingly. And if you're retiring before 65, you can also purchase additional supplemental hospital coverage. And of course, you're going to have friends or family that have more money or assets than you do. And they might add to that fear, sowing the seeds of doubt, because you don't have as much as they do. But even though it's natural to do so, you shouldn't compare yourself to others. Most people in retirement will make adjustments so they can live within their means. If you don't have as much money as your rich uncle, of course, you're not going to be able to take 4 cruises around the world every year. Maybe you have more simple pursuits like biking, hiking, or gardening that will give you lots of joy for a lot less money. Sure, we could all work another few years and save more, but what's the cost? Are we giving up the youth of our senior years to end up at the finish line grumpy, tired, sick, or worse? Now let's talk about the underlying fear of loss of identity, and this is a big one. When we introduce ourselves to somebody, it's common to respond, I am a, and you fill in the blank, banker, lawyer, realtor, healthcare worker, because we talk about our jobs all our lives. Our careers can become our identities. Most people who worked full-time at our jobs plus maintained a household or cared for children or parents, this was a full-time effort. We may not have had the luxury of developing enriching hobbies or volunteer activities that could provide us with a new skill or instant sense of purpose in retirement. We will have to take the initiative to join groups and expand our social network to find new purpose. When we retire, we don't just leave a job, we leave a role. You may have been the boss, the fixer, the go-to person, and without that, who are you now? Retirement means finding a new purpose, and this is not something that life has prepared us for, and it can add fear and uncertainty. But this is a great opportunity to become what you want to become in retirement. Maybe you want to learn a new language. Maybe you want to become a master gardener, a YouTuber. Maybe you want to become a philanthropist or do more volunteer work. The sky's the limit, and you can do whatever you want within your imagination. Now, let's talk about loss of structure and routine. Work gives our days a rhythm. Wake up, get ready, go somewhere, contribute. Without it, time can feel wide open and strangely heavy. 8 hours a day plus 2 hours driving is a lot of free time all of a sudden. How will you fill it? Is sitting and relaxing or reading a book wasting time or your greatest pleasure? Everybody's different and everybody's unique. How you spend your time will vary greatly from person to person. It may change significantly over time as well, but you'll figure it out. Maybe you have children, grandchildren, or friends you want to spend time with, or you'd like to spend more time in the garden or reading a magazine cover to cover or a daily newspaper. Imagine sitting in a coffee shop, leisurely watching the people stroll by with no deadline. You could attend lectures or become a public speaker, exercise more, travel more, prepare more healthy meals. The possibilities are endless. Lastly, let's talk about the reality of social disconnection. Here's one people don't talk about enough. When you retire, you may lose more than a paycheck. You may lose your social network. The coworkers you chatted with daily, they're still there, but you're not. And even if you connect with other retired workers or friends, you may find that they have different interests now than you do. Loneliness can sneak up, especially if your spouse or friends are still working. But it's important to you, and all the studies show that social connection is critical to health and wellness. You can find your new tribe, people who share your values and interests. And here's the best part, you get to pick them. Include people that help you expand and grow and find joy together. But what is really going on when we are doubting our retirement readiness? All of these individual areas adds up to something deeper, a fear that maybe, just maybe, the foundation we've built might not hold. And the truth is, most people don't retire because they hit a number. They retire when they feel emotionally safe enough to make that leap. And if that's not where you are right now, that's okay. Let's explore how to move toward that place and how to make the shift from saver to spender with purpose. Let's start the healing and the reframing. Step 1, change the language. You're not spending down your savings. You're using your resources to live the life you've prepared for. You're not being reckless. You're finally receiving the reward you earned. Step 2, acknowledge what you're really afraid of. Sometimes it's not about money at all. It's about purpose, identity, and belonging. Ask yourself, what will my days look like? What will get me out of bed? Who will I connect with? What still gives me meaning? Step 3, find a new purpose. You don't have to replace your old job, but you do need meaning. And that could be any variety of things, including volunteering in your community, mentoring younger folks, spending quality time with grandkids, taking a class or learning something new, getting involved in a cause that matters to you. Your worth doesn't retire just because your job did. Step 4, build new social connections. This part takes effort and time, but it's worth it. Some other suggestions: join a local walking group, book club, or gardening club. Volunteer, not just to help, but to connect. Reconnect with old friends you lost touch with during your busy years. Try meetup groups for retirees in your city. Look into encore career groups where people start passion projects or part-time businesses post-retirement. Start a YouTube channel like me. It's fun and creative and gives you a sense of purpose and community with other YouTubers. You might be surprised how many people are craving connection like you. Finally, because it's such an important piece of the retirement puzzle, let's talk a bit more about managing financial anxiety in an uncertain world and how to manage the fear of running out in a world where prices seem to only go up. If you want to learn more about how to choose a financial planner, watch this other video. I'll put a link in the description below. But first, tip 1, work with a trusted financial professional. There are many different kinds of financial planners. Many people find that fee-only advisors are the most objective because they don't sell you products and can evaluate your needs holistically. Many financial advisors who charge a percentage of your assets under management can also provide a similar overview. Or you can use some of the online tools to do it yourself. But whichever method you use, you can run different scenarios to see what's realistic and what's fear talking. Having a clear withdrawal strategy helps calm the what ifs. Tip number 2, build a flexible spending plan. You don't have to spend everything at once. Create buckets, one for essentials, one for joy, and one for emergencies. That way you're prepared and still living. Tip 3, keep a close eye on inflation-sensitive expenses. Watch categories like property taxes and homeowners insurance, utility bills. Ask about senior discounts or energy saving programs, prescription drug plans. These can change yearly. Medicare Advantage versus Medigap. Get help comparing what's best for you. Knowledge eases anxiety. Tip 4, build in joy. Here's a tough truth. You can't take it with you, and no one gets a refund for unused dreams. Start small, and if you must, a weekend trip, a dinner out, a new hobby, but start somewhere. You are more than your paycheck. And let's say it together. I am more than my job. I am more than my savings account. I am allowed to enjoy my life. Retirement isn't about fading out, it's about freedom. And freedom doesn't mean you stop contributing. It means you get to choose how you contribute. You've earned this season, not just financially, but spiritually and emotionally. You've poured into others. Now it's time to pour into yourself. Retirement isn't the end, it's the beginning of the next chapter of your life. For many people, retirement may be just quitting a job they don't like to pursue a job they love, or having a part-time job just to make a little bit of extra money to provide a cushion and ease the anxiety caused by financial uncertainties. If you're struggling with the decision to retire, not because of the money, but because of the fear, I want you to hear this. You are not irrational. You are not lazy. You are not being silly. You are being human. And it's okay to grieve the end of one chapter. Just don't let that grief keep you from opening up the next one. And if no one has said this to you lately, I will. You did enough. You have enough. You are enough. If this episode spoke to your heart today, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe. And share this video if you know somebody who else can benefit from this information. Tell me, what are you struggling with as you think about retirement? And if you want to take this deeper, I've created a simple companion worksheet to help you reflect and make a plan. It's linked in the description below as well. Until next time, I'm Judy, and this has been Reflections in Real Talk. Go easy on yourself. You're stepping into the next part of your life, and you deserve to do it with peace and purpose.